So, hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in. First and foremost, guys, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers for subscribing to the channel. Guys, you really rock, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to thank God for all my new subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for taking out the time to come by and check me out. I really appreciate you guys. And also I want to say thank you to everyone who was praying for me in the time when I was going to have my surgery. So guys, this is what I'm here about today. I want to give you a little update. This will be like part one. I don't know if I'm doing a part one, part two, and part three, but I'm just know I'm going to do a part one because it has been kind of hard for me to start the process of talking about some of the things that I have went through. I was very blessed to be able to go ahead and have my surgery and come out of the surgery, and I am doing so much better, but I have a lot of things still going on, and I'm trying to get to where I probably will say where I used to be, because I was a very active person. I walked 3 miles a day, I exercised, and I just was really active. I had a garden. I had my garden. I had a lot of things going on. I had my YouTube channel, my members, and all that. And I'm just trying to go ahead and talk about some of the things that happened when I went in to go and have my surgery. So guys, most people who have the surgery probably come out with no issues. But for me, guys, I had a few issues. But I thank God that He blessed me still, regardless of what happened, that I am still here. I consider myself a walking miracle. And I thank God for allowing me to go through whatever I went through so that I can come and encourage someone else. Because I don't think we go through things by chance. I think that whatever we go through is for a reason, so we can express it and let someone else know that it's going to be okay. Because I had a lot of people before I had the surgery. I had some people say, I've had this many surgeries, I've had that many surgeries. But for me, the surgery with the meningioma, dealing with my brain, was very hard. It took me a little time to articulate exactly what was happening, to accept what was happening, to accept dealing with it. It was not easy. And, you know, if you don't have the right people in place, it will really throw you off. So for me, it was very hard. I had my husband, my children, and my siblings. They were the only ones who knew that I had the meningioma, and 2 of my friends knew. But I really didn't tell too many people, because I'm a person that believes that you shouldn't tell too many people about certain things, because people can do things, or I believe that people can be against you. So for me, it was a no to tell everybody, you know, okay, this is what's going on. It was hard because I was still trying to process exactly where the meningioma came from, how did it happen, why me, why this time in my life, and it was just a lot. So in doing with that, I was trying to deal with just knowing that I had to have the surgery, going in and going to the appointments. And so when it came to doing the appointments, I had my sister go with me. My little sister went with me to all of the appointments, because I felt like, and my husband, but I felt like I needed someone else there to articulate in case it was something that I did not understand. Because in the initial discussion, my surgery was supposed to be about 2 hours, maybe 2.5, and my incision was supposed to be like maybe 2 inches long. So just to let you know, guys, things did not go that way. And on the day of the surgery, I arrived at 6 a.m. in the morning to go and have my surgery. I had an awesome anesthesiologist who was able to put me under. She says, oh, you're gonna be fine, you know. And I was praying before I went in, talking to my family, and trying to stay on a positive note, because I had scriptures in front of me and I was reading so many different scriptures and just trusting God, because that's the only thing I know. That's what my mom taught me. Trust God through anything and any process that you're going through. Put Him first. So I thank God that I was praying, and I thank God that I had already started seeing a psychologist, because that really helped me with going through what I have been going through with the surgery. And I thank God that I had been doing Wind Down Wednesdays, and I had been staying in a positive note. So the positivity was there, but when it hits you, the positivity is a little different. So you can say, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna be, okay, and you be praying about it, and you trust in God, because I trust God. But you still, in the back of your mind, you got a lot of things going on. And then for me, it was kind of hard, because you got to remember those of you do not know, I have a daughter with special needs. So I have a lot of things to think about. And I had a lot of things to think about with my relationship. And, so many things are going through your mind when you have a major surgery. So like I said, guys, I went in and had my surgery on the 11th. And I did not wake up until 3 days later. I probably was in and out, but I don't even remember, because my sister and them were there, and she was trying to explain things to me. So when I did wake up, my little sister was there. The first time I woke up and was really woke, because I was in and out, because for me, guys, I am not good with anesthesia. Whenever I go into house surgery, we already know, my family members already know, I'm going to be sick. I usually be sick, really sick. So I may have woke up, and I don't remember, but the time when I woke up and was able to realize kind of what was going on, my little sister was there. And when I woke up, I was like, things did not feel right on the left side of my body. So I looked up, and I was not feeling, my body was not what it was before surgery. So I was not in a panic, but I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I was like, am I okay? And she was like, yeah, but she kind of hesitated, like, and I was like, I asked her the question, am I paralyzed? And she was like, no, they say you're going to be okay. So I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, well, once they brought you back from the anesthesia, after the anesthesiologist brought you back, they noticed that you don't have feeling on the left side like you had before you had the surgery. So I said, what do you mean? And then I started to try to move my body, but the left side was not moving at all. So I was like, what do you mean? So what a lot of people don't realize is when you have surgery on your right side, it affects the left side. So I had some effects from the surgery on the left side, but they were like, it can come back. So guys, at this point, I was not able to do anything with this side. I don't want to say paralyzed, but I could not use that side at all. From my head, from about the top of my head to my feet, I could not use it. And that was the hardest thing for me, trying to deal with not being able to use that part of my body. So I had to use only the right side. So that's why I had to go to rehab, because they felt that I needed, to go to rehab to try to regain and get exercise so that I could get back. It would come back, but they were saying because I had the surgery, it affected it. So, and I don't know how to explain that exactly, guys, but all I know is I couldn't use it. And I was not able to stand up at all on my own. I was not able to use the left side at all. But I ended up going to rehab about 4 days in. I went down from ICU. I was in ICU about 3 days. I went to a step-down unit, and then from the step-down unit, I went to rehab. So I was in and out quickly, but it was very disturbing for me because my sisters had to explain to me that you needed to go to the rehab, which was hard for me because I've never been away from my family. So just to go back a little bit, I did not have the use of this side. I would have to try to regain the use. I could not walk. I was in a wheelchair, and I had to learn to use everything all over. I was going to have to learn to use everything all over again. So that's basically what happened. And when I was taking the pictures, I was actually in a wheelchair. I was actually in a bed, and I could not get out unless I was assisted for about 2 to 3 weeks. I think it was about 2 weeks. So that's what happened to me, the reason why you saw the videos. Right now, guys, I had to learn how to walk again. I did not know how to walk exactly until I got back home. I was walking because when I went to rehab, I had to be up. I had a tough rehab where I had to be up and moving for 3 hours a day, at least 3 hours. So they sent me to a very excellent rehab, but I had to regain everything and relearn to use everything. And I'm still trying to regain the use because I do have nerve damage on my left hand, my left side. They said that might take a year to come back. But the blessing is, guys, I could not walk, and I did not have any feeling in my toes. My left side, my left toes were not moving at all. So it was a lot going on, but I continued to thank God, and I trust God in any situation. But I just wanted to update you guys and let you know some of what I was going through. And then, yes, guys, I'm still trying to regain and still trying to get back. But I know that God is good. He wouldn't put no more on me than I can bear. And I'm here to tell you guys, regardless of the way it looks, trust God. Trust the process. He takes us through processes for a reason. He's only going to strengthen us and make us better. And I wanted people to know what happened and why I was saying that I'm blessed, because although I had this issue going on with the left side not working, I just kept thanking God because I had my memory, I had all of that, and I'm still trying to deal with everything that's happening, but I'm also knowing that I trust God through any situation, and I'm taking each day, day by day. I'm learning the process of loving your family, letting everybody know the importance of loving them, loving your family members, loving your children. Don't ever take for granted what you have. Don't take for granted the people in your lives. It's very important. And just continue to, all I can tell people is continue to love on your family members, love on everyone, and just try to take care of your mental, because mental health is real. And I have been going through some issues with, that because of what has happened to me, because like I keep telling you guys, when you have trauma, anything that happens to you, you're dealing with your mental health. And then I had past trauma that I have been working through, but just the part with me still dealing with the nerve damage is really a lot for me. And then the incision, because I don't know if I told you guys, my incision was supposed to be a 2-inch incision. It ended up being a 7-inch incision. And my surgery was supposed to be 2.5 hours. My surgery was 4 hours, a little over 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So I just thank God. And maybe that's the reason why I had some of the issues going on, because when they went in, my meningioma was not a regular size. It wasn't the size they thought it was. Mine was a lot bigger. So my doctor explained to my sister he had to do some things differently than what he was expecting to do. So guys, I just wanted to come give you an update. Thank everyone for all your prayers that you sent up for me. I just feel blessed, and I would never complain, but I would keep thanking God. But I just want to remind you guys, love on yourself, take care of yourself. And the part 2, I explained to you a lot of what I was going through and how I was when I went in, I wanted to stay positive and be an encouragement to everyone that I was around while I was there. And I was able to talk to them about everything that I went through and how blessed I was to come out. So I just thank everyone for all your prayers, and thank everyone for everything, the prayers you sent up, and just thank you guys. And I'll see you in the next one and explain a little bit more of what has been going on with me since the surgery. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.